What if AI makes office work 10x faster overnight and the first thing it destroys is the job ladder holding the modern economy together? Not in some distant future. Not after years of debate. Overnight, the inbox gets handled, the reports write themselves, the meetings get summarized, and entire teams start looking expensive before they even understand what changed. That is the shock we need to take seriously, because office work is not just office work. It is salaries, rent, tax revenue, consumer spending, mortgages, subscriptions, and the political stability that comes from millions of people believing tomorrow will look a lot like today. If one major AI breakthrough suddenly makes white-collar work dramatically cheaper, the disruption does not stay inside tech companies. It spreads into every part of the economy that depends on those paychecks. Stay with this one because the most dangerous part is not the replacement itself. It is how fast the reaction spreads once companies realize they can do more with far fewer people. The first jobs to collapse are not always the flashy ones people imagine. It starts with the repeatable layers: scheduling, inbox management, document drafts, basic reporting, internal coordination, simple customer support, and the endless administrative work that keeps organizations moving. These tasks are valuable, but they are also measurable, and anything measurable is easier to automate. That means AI does not need to replace a whole company on day one. This is why the economic impact is bigger than a simple layoff story. When office workers lose hours, pay, or bargaining power, the pain spreads outward almost immediately. Housing demand weakens, retail spending softens, food delivery, streaming, travel, local services, and even premium consumer brands feel the slowdown. At the same time, the companies using AI may show better margins and higher profits on paper, which can make the macro picture look healthy when the lived reality is not. And that is the part most people miss. If the middle layer of the economy weakens, the impact does not stay theoretical. It shows up in hiring, in wages, and in the confidence people have to spend it all. The countries that gain the most are not necessarily the ones with the most workers. They are the ones with the best infrastructure for replacing workers with computation. That means strong cloud networks, cheap and reliable electricity, access to chips, aggressive AI deployment, and companies that can scale software faster than payroll. The companies that benefit first are the ones selling the picks and shovels of the new economy. That means cloud providers, chip makers, enterprise software firms, data center operators, cybersecurity companies, and the platforms that sit between business leaders and automation. These companies do not just gain revenue, they gain leverage. Meanwhile, firms built around large office-heavy teams become fragile much faster than their stock charts suggest. If you are seeing the pattern already, you know why this matters beyond tech headlines. This is about who captures the value, who loses the leverage, and which economies adapt before the gap becomes permanent. That leads straight to the policy reaction, and this is where things can get messy. Governments may try to slow adoption, tax automation, or protect jobs with new regulations. On paper, that sounds like a way to buy time. In practice, it can push investment and innovation toward more permissive countries, which only widens the gap. Other governments will try retraining programs, but retraining is usually built for slow transitions. Inside companies, the power structure changes just as fast. Teams get smaller, middle management becomes more data-driven, and one manager can supervise far more output through AI systems than before. Hiring shifts too. Instead of broad generalists doing manual coordination, companies start looking for a smaller number of highly leveraged operators who know how to direct, audit, and control automated workflows. That changes what talent even means. This is exactly why you need to think in systems, not headlines. A single AI breakthrough does not just change one job, it changes salaries, consumption, hiring, politics, and global competition at the same time. So the biggest mistake is assuming the winners will simply be the people using AI tools. Some will be, but the real winners may be the countries with the cheapest power, the strongest chip access, the fastest infrastructure, and the companies that can turn fewer workers into more output before the rest of the market adjusts. The losers, at least at first, are not just the people who get replaced. They are also the regions that depend on office employment as the engine of middle-class stability. If you want more scenarios like this, subscribe to the channel, follow it, like the video, and leave a comment with the next what if you want me to break down. I read the comments and they help shape the next video. Because once you understand how AI rewires office work, you start seeing the next question much more clearly. What happens when the same logic reaches healthcare, law, finance, and government itself? That is where the real race begins.